Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for our winter solstice celebration. Originally this was planned to be on the beach, but because of the weather and because of a few other factors, we've had to do it indoors in the zone. So here we are in the zone. And tonight is very special because there's a lot of energies around at the moment, a lot of wacky energies that are knocking us all sideways, I think, especially today. But this is the beautiful start of 2021. For the ancient Celtic and pre-Celtic peoples of this country, this was a huge moment of their year, a huge time of their year. And it was a time for reflection and a time for planning the year ahead. And of course, the energy coming in on the solstice is a very, very special energy. And that's really why we're here tonight, why we're drumming in the energy and meditating around the energy and all these things. So we wanted to start this year off, 2021, on a new footing with new energies and new potentials. Because last year, I think we can all agree, last year was quite horrendous for all of us. So this is our potential. This is our time to move forward positively. And as Eileen will talk about later, this is the beginning of the age of Aquarius. Today, this is where it begins. For a lot of reasons. So we should embrace this time. And Eileen will describe how important that is, Aquarius, and the energies around that itself. But now, for the moment, we're talking about the winter solstice and the beautiful energy coming in. And again, our ancestors would have thought that this light is coming in to our lives to overpower the darkness, to keep us with light in our heart, and with the hope that this year coming will be productive and will be beautiful for all of us. And we can come together again with our families and our friends and hopefully raise our energies to the highest level with them. Because it's all about love. It's love energy. The light coming in to overthrow and overpower the darkness in our hearts. And this has been a very, very dark year. In the old Celtic understanding, this was the time when the Oak King would overpower the Holly King. So growth begins at this point as the light comes in. So Eileen, how do you feel about the winter solstice now, and what do you see happening and coming in?
What do I see coming in? Well, the solstice means, the winter solstice, of course, is the renewal of the light. And this is the shortest day in the year. And from this moment on, from today on, the daylight gets longer every day. We have 1.5 minutes more daylight every day. And the darkness is getting less. So that's the good news. We're now on the cycle, the new cycle. And with the new cycle comes in a new energy. But that's not the only energy we have in today. Every 21st of December is winter solstice. This happens every year. This is not an extraordinary phenomenon. Every year, with the winter solstice, the shortest day, from then on, the days get longer. The daylight, the light is longer in our lives. There is something else happening today which makes 2020, December 21st, very, very significant and very, very important. And that is the conjunction, what's called the Great Conjunction. And some of you may have seen tonight the Christmas star in the sky. The Great Conjunction happens every so often. Today it happened, and it is about the two largest planets in our solar system, are Jupiter and Saturn. And today they were in alignment, one behind the other. Jupiter in front of Saturn. Now they weren't close, they were far apart, but they were the closest that they have been since 1623, the closest together and the closest to our planet since 1623. And that gravitational pull, that position created with Jupiter in front of Saturn, the gravitational pull that created is at this point in time as I speak, is affecting our Earth gravity here. And our Earth is being, at this point in time, is being moved up into a higher vibrational energy level. And the last time they were as close as that was 1623. And that was the year, what happened then? That was the ending of what we call the Dark Ages and the beginning of the whole Renaissance period. And the Renaissance period meant new growth, new ideas, new development, a whole new way of thinking. So what is happening today? What does that signify? That grand conjunction, what does that signify today? It signifies the ending of the age of Pisces and the beginning of the new age of Aquarius. This new age of Aquarius we've been talking about for decades, and now we're actually in it. Today is the official beginning of the age of Aquarius. And it means, it signifies a whole new way of thinking about things, more interconnectedness, all good things, the age of Aquarius. And the Christmas star, some of you might have seen it in the sky, probably not because it was too dark. What is the Christmas star? The Christmas star is the light that comes with that conjunction. The Christmas star is known as most people believe, it's the star that's spoken of and referred to in the Gospels that the Magi, the three kings, saw in the sky that led them to the child Jesus in Bethlehem. Now that's the story, and it's only a story. Because like all events in the Gospels, the stories are symbolic of something. And that Christ star is symbolic of the rise of the Christ energy in us. And that's why it's called the Christmas star. Now tonight in the meditation, we're going to start with End of the Shamanic Journey. By the way, we've no big gongs coming tonight because, sorry about that, we're all disappointed. But the weather is too damp outside and they just could not be safe on the beach. So we've had to cancel the gongs, sorry, but Declan's going to sing for us and drum more.
That's not true.
But our meditation, first of all, we're using not just the energy of the solstice coming in, the new energy coming there, but we're using that energy created by the gravitational pull, which will never happen again for a long, long time. That's the energies coming in tonight, and they're very, 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 very strong. And in the meditation, as I've told you before, where intention goes, energy flows. And we're going to send out the intention of filling our heart chakras with love and light, sending that out into the energy out there. And like all energy, as it goes out, it collects more of the same to it, and it comes back multiplied. And then we're going to direct that multiplied energy of those combined two events today. We're going to direct that to specific areas of the world, with peoples in the world. We're going to direct it to those people who are living in isolation and in loneliness as a result of what's going on now. And those people who have lost their livelihoods and live in fear and they just don't know how they're going to cope tomorrow. And all those people in that situation, no matter where they are in the world, because we're all one, regardless of religion, regardless of creed, regardless of race, regardless of colour, wherever they are in the world and they need love and light, that's where we're going to direct that to tonight. And we hope with all the collective energy you're going to give us, we hope to make a massive impact on that. And then Declan will follow that with a shamanic journey to I think we're going to the star, the Christmas star, aren't we, Declan?
Yeah.
And then we take you to the beach for some more drumming in the beach. But there'll be no gongs there. Sorry about that. So can we get started with the meditation? And sure. I'll talk you through it. A big deep breath in. And keep breathing slowly in and out until you feel that you are not just breathing in and out, but you are being breathed in and out by a higher force. And when you get to that position, then you know you are in a state of meditation. Now just a few more big deep breaths in until you make that connection with all that is, that you are being breathed in and out by a higher force, a higher intelligence. A few more big deep breaths, let your shoulders go down, relax, and let yourself feel part of the great universal energy, the great universal consciousness we call God. And now, concentrate on your heart chakra. And open up your beautiful, great big heart Open it up as wide as you can, because we're going to store up all the love and light we can get in there. Now, whatever way you want to visualize it, imagine your heart filling up with love and light, either a huge big pink bubble or a great big light surrounding you. And keep increasing that as much as you can. And that love and light we're shortly going to send out into the universe to join the solstice energy that came in today, and to join the great conjugation energy that came in today as well, with Jupiter and Saturn. Those two energies, we're going to send out and merge with them. So now, visualize all that love in your heart, all that energy you're piling up there. Send it out into the universe with the intention that it will come back to us very quickly, multiplied and increased with the same energy, with more light and more love. And take time to visualize this. The love going from your heart and the light going from your heart into the universe, merging with the other energies, collecting more of the same, increasing and multiplying. And now see it all coming back to us. And where intention goes, energy flows. So we now send out the intention from each and every one of us that that energy coming back to us goes round the world to all those unfortunate people who are at this point in time living in isolation and in loneliness. Know that the love and light that you have sent out is now going to these people around the world, no matter where they are. And also direct that love and light to those people who have lost their livelihoods and are living in despair and depression because they can't see a way out of their present situation. Visualize these people all around the world turning their eyes towards the light as it comes towards them. The light that we have sent out, filling them with hope for a much better 2021 than we had in 2020. Take time to visualize this and know that it is happening. That the light and the energy you're sending to them, you're directing to them, is bringing them hope and helping them. To know that this is happening. We are sending out love and light around the earth to all those who desperately need it at this point in time, to those who are living in fear. And fear is the chief weapon that is being used against humanity at this point in time. And keeping us in fear is how they keep us in control. And we cannot fight war with more war. We cannot fight anger with more anger. We cannot fight hate with hate. And we cannot fight fear if we stay in the same vibration level of fear. We've got to get above that. And we have tools, not weapons, that get us out of that. And our tools are love and light. And the power we have with love and light, we still have not, we don't understand that fully. One person, just one of us, sending out love and light is enough to counteract over 1,000 people sending out fear and negativity. That's how powerful each and every one of us really is. With those tools, love and light, we can change the world. Bit by bit, piece by piece, person by person. And if we can stay out of the vibration of fear, then we are in control of the new norm that we want to see coming into our world. The old norm has gone. It wasn't good for us anyway. We need to create a new norm, and we're going to create that with the tools of love and light. Not through fear, not through intimidation, and not through lies and through deceit. We are working with love and light. And the two energies coming in today, the light coming in from the solstice, and the energy coming from Jupiter and Saturn, it's a powerful combination. As I said before, the last time they were as close as this to Earth was when the Dark Ages ended and the Renaissance period was ushered in. A great new development, a great new age for mankind. And so today we're shifting from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. A whole new beginning, a great interconnectedness between us. Great thought, new ideas, new ways of thinking. That's what we have to look forward to in 2021. So keep sending your love and light around the earth. Whatever way you want to visualize that. See it going around the earth, wherever the people are who need it. We are all one. Whoever needs our love and light, we are sending it to them. And just know that this is happening. It's all about energy. What you send out in your thoughts materializes out there and comes back to you again. And today, being the day that's in it, the love and light we're sending out is magnified a lot because of the energies that are pulling on our earth today. And now, when you're ready, know that you've done a good job and you can open your eyes again. And feel the love and the light in your own heart now, because what you send out, you get back. When you give love and light to someone, you get it back multiplied. And feel that love and light in your heart. And now we're ready to go straight into the shamanic journey.
That was beautiful, Eileen. Really beautiful. And to me, keeping that light in our hearts, that's where we've got to move forward.
We've got to keep our lights on. We've got to keep the light turned on, because that's the
Absolutely.
only way we can get rid of the darkness.
Yeah. And we have to keep that mindset of love and positivity towards everyone. And I know that's difficult on some occasions, you know, when we're looking at Boris on the TV or Arlene and Michelle. But we have to keep that positivity. We have to hold that space for each other, especially those who are of a spiritual nature. We must step up to the mark now. This is our clarion call.
We've got to increase the amount of love and light we send out. We've got to step up. We've no other choice. Otherwise, this new norm that's coming will not be the new norm we want. It'll be a new norm imposed on us
Absolutely.
through manipulations and lies and deceit, same as the old one was. The old one didn't work. We want a new norm. We want a new world. And we can build that with the tools we have, love and light. Absolutely. Weapons we don't want. Weapons destroy, they kill, they break down, they get rid of. But tools build up. And tools put together again, and tools mend. We have tools. They have weapons. We don't want weapons. Weapons are no good
Absolutely.
to us. We're building with tools. And with these beautiful tools of love and light, the most powerful tools you could imagine, we are constructing a beautiful new world for ourselves, our children, and our grandchildren. But we've got to step up what we're doing here. We've got to keep sending out the love and light and increase it all the time. That's our job as light workers. We have got to do that. Otherwise, we're at a turning point here. We can get that kind of a norm, or we can get the kind of norm we want. And the norm we want is one built on a world built on love and light, not a world built on conquest and deceit and lies as we have been used to for the last 2,000 years. Mankind at the moment is going through one of the greatest shifts ever in the history of humanity. That's why we chose to be here at this point in time, to see through this shift. And that shift is what's happening today. The earth is being pulled into a higher vibrational level. And we came on earth this time to be part of that. And we must step up the part we play. We can't afford to be lax for 1 minute. And we can't afford to let ourselves fall down into the lower energy of fear, because that's where they can control us. Be like the eagle. You know, it doesn't mean to say you don't have to be aware of what's going on. Yes, be aware of what's going on, but don't be involved in it. And don't let it drag you down to the lower energy level. We've got to stay, like the eagle, stay above it. Know what's going on, but do not get involved in it. And do not play their games. And the more people that are awakening, there's a great awakening going on at the moment. And that's what the age of Aquarius is ushering in. A greater awareness in humanity. And this great awakening, that's what's happening. And all these crazy things that are happening, there's so much craziness and so much daftness around at the moment. And so many things happen that we cannot understand and we cannot figure out. Stop trying to figure them out, because there is no figuring out to them. But the more of them that come in, and the more crazy things that happen, that's good for us, because it's waking people up. It's shocking people into waking up. And the more people that are waking up, that's brilliant. It's all good for us. And 2021 is going to be, well, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a rocky ride, but it's going to be wonderful. Get your front row seat and sit and watch. Don't get involved, and don't let them pull you down into their low vibration level. That's what the problem is. They can control us as long as we're in the low vibration of fear. But when we're not in there, they cannot control us. And what's happening now is more or less a last panicking on their part to get us back down. Because too many of us have escaped, too many of us are out of that lower vibration level. And they know that. And their aim is to pull us back down in there. And there's more than just a virus going on out there. This is an interplanetary thing, because we're not just one planet in the whole of the universe. All the planets in all the yearly cycles all interact with each other. And all the vibrations each one sends affects all of us. And today we've been very much affected by Jupiter and Saturn. And that's ushered in a whole new way of thinking, a whole new awakening for us. The Great Awakening is actually happening as I'm speaking here. And every day thousands and thousands more people are awakening to what is actually going on out there. And that is what the elite who are controlling us are afraid of. They don't want us to get out of that low vibration level of fear.
Well, in fairness, they've had a good run of it.
They have.
This past
and they knew what to do, and they knew what they were at.
Absolutely. The wars, the conflict, the focus on money.
But the irony is, Declan, too, the very things that they were doing in order to divide us and rule us are the very things that have brought us together. Because in this last year since March, look at how humans have come together, the feeling of love and togetherness and helping. I've never seen that before. No. So the very things they are doing to divide us and keep us apart are the very things that are bringing us together. The whole thing's backfiring on them. And what's happened at the moment, it's the last panic stations they're in to try a last-ditch effort to get us back down in there again, because they know they're losing it. They know they're losing the grip. They know too many people have escaped out of the lower energy vibration level. There are too many of us, for their liking, up in the higher vibration levels. And that's good. That's good. And bring on let it all happen. Whatever else is to happen, bring it on. Absolutely. No matter how crazy it is, bring it all on. Get it all out. Because it all has to come out for us to build our new world. We can't build our new world on what we have at the moment. There's a lot more clearing of the gunge and the goo and the filth and the dirt, as I call it. It all has to come out. And then we're ready to build on the solid foundation of love and light. Not on deceit and manipulation and lies. That's no good to anybody. And that's what we have been living on the last, 2,000 years?
Yeah.
Biggest shift for humankind is coming at this point in time. And we have got to step up the amount of love and light we send out. We've got to do our part. That's why we came here, to be part of this. So we've got to be on our alert, on our guard all the time, and not let ourselves be pulled down, even for one split second thinking, to be pulled down, to let them frighten us or be afraid. There's nothing to fear, only fear itself.
Absolutely. If
we can stay out of fear and keep ourselves positive and know that this is all part of a greater plan, then we're winning. And we're not winning with weapons, we're winning with tools. We're building with tools. And this new world we want, we can do that.
Absolutely.
Up to us.
And this is what this energy coming in tonight.
That's what the energy today is doing.
Is all about.
Yep.
You know, it's touching us, it's moving us.
It's awakening us.
It's uncomfortable at times, you know. And it will remain uncomfortable. There will be some of us that make it through, some of us that won't.
It's very uncomfortable.
But I've been a brand new world.
Woozy all day. I just don't know where I am. Maybe I'm talking rubbish here, but during the week I've been talking to quite a few people who I know are on a very high vibration level, and they were feeling they didn't know what was wrong with them. So if people on a very high vibration level can be pulled down, what hope is there for the rest of us? So you've got to be constantly on your guard. Be like the eagle. Fly above it all. Laugh at it all. Fly above it all. Be aware of what's going on, yes, but don't be involved. And that's the secret. Fly above it and stay above it. Just sit and watch as they tumble down one by one. But the energies this last week, it's all been building up to today. So after today, I hope it will settle down. But if I fall off this chair, you know it's the energies that I'm just not myself today. It's the energies, I know it is. And knowing it helps you get through it. Otherwise you think you're maybe going to get the COVID or something, you'd be panicking. But it's the energy. And if you felt that this week, don't worry about it. It's the energies. It's just your body adapting to the new energies that are coming in. And the energies coming in are good, but your body does need to adapt.
And that's really what we're about tonight. And as Eileen was saying earlier on, that after this shamanic journey, we'll be going down onto the beach and we'll be holding that space for that energy to come in. And we've got to do this. We've got to deliberately focus on holding that energy within us so that we come to that tipping point that you've often spoken about, Eileen. And,
mass aggregate. We only need 51% and we're clear. 51% is all. We don't need everybody in the world to awaken because everybody's not ready to awaken. We need 51%, the mass aggregate. And we're at that tipping point. That's how important each and every one of us is. If even one of us collapses back down again, that could tip us all back in the wrong direction. And when we're down the beach later on with the drumming, do your own mental exercise down there, your own spiritual exercise, your own meditation. Send out your requests and your love and light with the drumming and with the energy of the water and the energy of the fire out into the universe and see it coming back to you, increasing in love and light, and send it to wherever in the world you want to send it to. That's what we'll be doing on the beach later on.
And this is one of the things that we'll be discovering as we enter into this new world, the power of intention, the power of sending out your energy.
Where intention goes, energy flows. The power is in your hands. We are the power.
Absolutely. That is the most important thing for us to remember.
And that's how the elite have got away with it for so long, because they know how to use this power. That's what they've been doing. That's why we've been asleep when they've been using the power in us.
So now it's time to step up. Now it's time for us to stand and say no more to this regime.
No, it's very easy to say no, I'm not doing it, no. That's all we've got to say, no.
And then you will discover very quickly that these institutions, these restrictions, all these things, they have no power whatsoever. No power.
Nothing can stand against love and light. Nothing. When you go into a room, how do you get rid of the darkness? You turn on the light. The darkness doesn't go anywhere, it's just transmuted into the light as long as the light stays on. When you turn the light off again, the darkness returns. But as long as you keep the light on, the darkness cannot come through. It cannot seep through. And when you go into a room, you don't say turn on, you say turn on the light, turn off the light. You don't say turn on the darkness, turn off that darkness. You say turn on the light. So that shows you which is stronger. The light. And the new light coming in today with the solstice is so strong. New beginnings, the increase of daylight, the increase of light in our lives, 1.5 minutes per day from now on. That's the increase of light. The light is increasing. And that's what we're celebrating today. The turn of the darkness giving way to the light again. The light will always return. The light will always be here.
And I was just reading the other day, there's a big influx today and tonight, again, of photons from the sun and the
The
universe.
sun, yes.
And that is light. Photons are particles of light. So
Is
we're
that
being
maybe-
bombarded from every angle with positivity, believe
Yep.
it or not.
It's coming. Psh,
But it's in conflict now with the world that we've set up in this dense 3D.
and you'd wonder, Declan, why we're being
World.
shoved back into our houses again, wouldn't you? Is to make sure we don't get any of this light that's coming through. Is there anything attached to it? Not, maybe not. Maybe that's ridiculous. But
Well,
8
I
o'clock
think,
at night,
you
was
know-
being at 8 o'clock at night, in bed at 8 o'clock at night. Well, not in bed, but in the house.
Certainly will not be exposed to light, and
No.
we all need light.
Is that deliberate?
Possibly.
And these people living in isolation and living in loneliness, Declan, they're the ones I feel for, because they don't have the human touch. The human
right.
touch is the healing touch. That's healing. They don't have that connection. We need that. We need physical contact, and that's what we're being denied. And that's what's killing people.
Yeah, we need that like oxygen.
Yes,
You know, we need that
that is
human
what and who we
connection.
are. Yes, we need that connection.
And-
The human touch is healing. There's healing in that. We're not getting that. And these people living in isolation and loneliness, who do they see all day, maybe except the carer comes in 3 or 4 times for 5 minutes and out they go? They can't even see their family. Christmas Day, they're going to be on their own.
How many of those
Very, very
families
sad.
are not going to see their loved ones after Christmas because their loved ones have been starved of that connection, that love?
Yeah. And a lot of these people are old, and this is going to be the last Christmas. And I think that's very sad.
Very sad.
You know, the touching their holding their grandchildren, touching their children. They don't have that anymore. That's gone, that's taken from us. Our whole soul community has been torn apart. And we've got to start building it up again.
It's hugely important. And the way we
Physical
do
contact,
that,
physical touch, it's vital for our mental survival. It is vital.
the way we do it, it's very easy to fall into negativity
It
when
is.
thinking about
It's so
all
easy,
that.
so
you
easy,
know.
so easy, yeah.
And I'm thinking about our loved ones
Yep.
that we miss so much. But we must stay in positivity. We must keep that light in our hearts. And this is what this shamanic journey is all about tonight.
And that's why we came to the Word at this time. This is why we
absolutely.
reincarnated at this point in time, to be part of this great shift in humanity, to get the light and the love out there, and to keep people up in their positive zone, to not let ourselves or let anybody else. And that's what Declan and I are trying to do with all the videos we send out and even the carols we send out every day. We're trying to keep people up into a higher vibration level, keep up the festive cheer. Because, you know, if you think about what's happening now, you could very easily get very depressed over it. Just thinking what's not going to happen at Christmas. So we're just trying to keep the energy up. And that is so important now, because if we allow ourselves to fall into mass fear, we are going to be destroyed.
Yeah. That's very true. We're going to be lost in this mire of negativity that we've been living in since last March.
Last March, yeah. It's getting worse.
And now the powers that be know that there are many, many people, perhaps the majority, who are so easily manipulated and will conform.
It's fear, Declan. When you put the fear into people, you can control them.
And what's the opposite of fear?
Yeah. Love.
Love. So that's what we need to keep in our heart. That is our armour. They get us through this. So, will we do this journey?
Yes.
Okay. So, a lot of you have perhaps watched some of my videos and a lot of the stuff that we've been doing before about these journeys. There's 2 things that you require when doing a shamanic journey. This is a guided shamanic journey, by the way, so it's different from an actual shamanic journey, but it's a route map to where you can find this shamanic energy, if you will. So 2 things we need, and one is a place that we know in this reality, hopefully in nature, a place of safety and security, a place where we feel safe and secure. So that's one thing. The other thing is, this is an upper world journey that we're going to do tonight, and we need a means by which to go up. And for many people, they choose to climb a tree, visualize climbing a tree. They go up on a wind, a bird may come down and pick them up and take them up. Whatever suits you, and that's the important thing about it, is that you make this personal. You make this personal to you. And tonight we'll be journeying to this beautiful star that has come into our lives, this conjunction. and sitting within that energy and letting that filter through to every fibre of our being. And using our spiritual allies and guides to get us there. So, if we begin by establishing a slow, steady rate of breathing. So perhaps breathe in for the count of 4. Hold that breath for the count of 4. And release slowly for the count of 4. Practice that now. And listen to the sound of the drum. And the drum will carry you away to the other world. The other world of spirit, where we find our guides, our power animals, the angels, and of course, the source of all love in the universe, the great web of creation. So now, to begin, visualize your place of safety and security. Visualize it in all its detail. And to help you do that, bring in all your senses. And begin with your sight. And look around in this place of safety and security. Look at everything in small detail. And in this place, are there any sounds that you would normally associate? Are there any smells? What's the temperature like in this place? Reach out and touch something. Anything at all. How does that feel to your hand? Sit in that energy for a moment. Feel the calmness. Feel a lack of fear. Feel how your bodily workings adapt to this place. Now it's time to begin our journey to the upper world. So in the manner that you've chosen, begin your ascent upwards into the air, rising higher and higher. ground fall away from you. Watching the things on the ground getting smaller and smaller. Rising up above your town, your city. The country that you live in, rising higher and higher. And above you is a huge blanket of cloud that covers the earth. Feel yourself rising to meet it. And then ultimately penetrating through. Feel the cold wetness of the water vapor. And again, emerging on the other side into the bright blue sky. Rising higher and higher. And up above you, on another cloud, sits a beautiful white walled city. And as you get closer, you see that standing guard at the gate of the White City is the Archangel Michael. As you softly touch down before him, he gives you a nod of recognition and bids you enter through the gates of the White City. And as you walk through, you will notice neatly manicured lawns and gardens. To your left, a river runs through the White City. To your right, there are many buildings. And in front of you is the central square of the White City, the meeting place. Walk towards this area. And you will see just beyond that is a marble temple. This is the place of the archangels. A place of extremely high vibrational energy. And as you walk into the center of the temple, all around you, the archangels begin to appear. Michael, Gabriel, Azrael, and all the archangels surrounding you in a circle. And from their heart space, they are beaming their beautiful love energy straight towards you. And you feel your soul You feel invincible, stronger than you've ever felt before. As the energy pulses through every sinew, every vessel, every nerve, your body is expanding. Your light body is growing. As you increase and increase in size, your body is awash with tingles. Your heart space feels on fire, burning with the love of the archangels. And suddenly all around you, the images of the archangels begin to melt away like melted wax. And you are transported to a mountaintop. And you stand and you look in front of you. And at the foot of this mountain on the other side is our brand new world. A place of love, cooperation, care for the old and the sick and the vulnerable. Where money is not the most important. And collecting money is not the most important thing. Collecting love is the coinage of this new world. And from the foot of the mountain you feel the vibrations of love. You see the sparkling light. And all this is ours. It is ours if we choose it. And at this point, it is time to make that commitment. To be the light worker. To be the carrier of the light energy. To hold that light, that flame of love in your heart. If you feel that this is your path, then make your commitment now. And from high above you, the beautiful star descends. Descends down on top of you until it is all around you. All is light. All is high vibration and frequency. That is all that there is. And the light enters at your crown chakra. Going down your third eye, bringing understanding. Connection to universal light. And the light fills your body. And an understanding of how powerful you actually are. Hold that space. Hold that space for the coming energy. The energy of Aquarius. We are being given the opportunity to rise to those heights of what we have always had the potential for. Allow that light to flow through you. Allow that light to find its home in your heart. And when this day is done, carry that light always. And the light begins to swirl around you. And as the archangels melted away, they again take form all around you. Always there to support you. And their ranks have been swollen by your guides, your power animals, the elementals, the energies of the earth, all lining up to be our guides, to be our allies, all adding their beautiful energy and directing it towards you in the center of the temple. And you feel strong. Stronger than you ever have. And one by one, they all begin to disappear. Until there is only you left in the center of the temple. It is you, but you are utterly changed, emboldened, enlivened. And written across the sky is a message for you about the coming times. Read that message. And keep that message close to your heart. And now it's time to return. walk again back to the gate of the White City and to Archangel Michael. Thank Archangel Michael for all the help and support. And in the same way that you came up, go back down again. Back to that place of safety and security. Descend down through the blanket of cloud, penetrating again back in to this world. You being completely changed. And very gently, you touch down in that place. That place that is so familiar to you. And stop for a moment and think, exactly how have you been changed? And exactly what your future holds. And now bring your spirit back into your body. Feel the heaviness of your mortal form. Feel your arms and your legs. Wriggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope that was meaningful, and I hope you felt that energy coming through you. This is what's in front of us. This is what we need to do to connect with this energy and bring about this new world.
That energy is very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah. Combination of the solstice, the light coming in, and the Christmas star.
And then, of course, all your
conjunction.
Spiritual allies.
That energy is very, very, very powerful.
Very.
And, you know, this energy has been building up over this last week, as I said before. And if you've been feeling weird or off form lately, don't worry about it. It's just the energy. It's just your body adapting to where you have to go through that process. And the funny thing is, the further on your spiritual path you are, and the more connected you are to these energies, and the more aware of them you are, the more they will affect you. It's your body just adapting to these new energies in you. And we have to do that. We have to go through that process. So you're not getting ill, you're not going to die or anything. Well, you are going to die sometime, but you're not going to die with this. It's just the energies, you having to adapt your body to accommodate those new energies coming in. And they are very, very powerful today. This will never be repeated for probably another 400 years. What's happened today? 400 years? Yeah. With the combination of the energies coming in. Yeah. Very, very powerful, very, very strong. But it's all good. It's a great awakening. It's all good. So bring it on, let's have it. And the sooner we have it, the sooner we will get into our new norm, into our new world.
Definitely.
We're going to be, before we go, we won't be here on the 29th of December, the next full moon, because we're not allowed out after 8 o'clock. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. We've got to stay indoors. So we can't come out on the 29th, the full moon. But hopefully the full moon at the end of January, we'll be back again. But in the meantime, we'll be posting something every day on Facebook, even if it's just a Christmas card, to keep up the festive cheer and to keep us up on a higher vibration. Because this time of year can be very, very, very depressing at the best of times for a lot of people. A lot of people find Christmas very depressing, much more so this year. So we've got to make a special, a much greater effort this year to keep the festive cheer up and to keep us in a high vibration, in order to keep us out of that low vibration level of fear, because that's where they get us and that's where they can control us from. So we will have something every day on Facebook. Yes. Even if it's only Declan singing, we'll have something.
That's not going to happen.
Well, the word's not ready for me to go on Facebook singing yet, so I'm not going to put you to that torture. But we'll have something every day just to keep the spirit up, and we will be talking to you over the next few days. We have our Christmas message to come, haven't we? And then we have our New Year message to come. And then we have, you're going to be doing a few shamanic journeys, Declan, over the next 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm keeping up that.
Yep, until 6th of January anyway. And then we possibly will go back to whatever normal is. We'll be back with more. We'll be working, won't we, Declan, yeah? And we just hope that you're getting some benefit from this and that we're helping some of you, even if only one person's been helped, to keep that energy up and to keep you out of that awful vibration of fear. Yeah. Then our work is... I'm very happy. I'm happy to do that.
I think we have to avoid it like the plague.
Yeah, like the plague is right. Like the virus, yeah. So we're going to the beach now, aren't we?
We're going to the beach now. I'm not too sure how we're going to do this. Whether we're going to sign off for a minute and then come back in 60 seconds. And get back into the energy. And hold that energy.
It's going to be very strong down there, yes. And as I said before, you can do your meditation, send your energy out, let it collect more of itself to itself, and then direct it wherever you want to do. Where your intention goes, energy flows. Wherever you want to direct that energy, you direct that energy to wherever you want to do it. Whatever you want to do with that energy. Those energies are around us for us to use and to utilise for the good of humankind. We don't realise the power we have in using those energies. That's what we're going to do out there. So I think will we sign off? Will we go out of Facebook and come back in again in 5 minutes?
Yeah,
I think because we've stairs to negotiate here. We're upstairs in the zone tonight instead of downstairs. So if you let it, we'll sign off now and we'll come back to you in 5 minutes down the beach. Don't forget to come back to us.